Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode, I am going to be recapping the new adventures of Bernice Summerfield, Volume 9, The Dalek Eternity, which was spread across 4 releases. Get onto that in a second. You may have noticed there was a slight pause in the intro because I thought I said Bernice's name wrong, and just in case I did, that's Bernice Summerfield, if I said it wrong. And we're starting off, as I said, we're in this episode looking at the Dalek Eternity, as well as the potential future of Bernice Summerfield, as well as some teases for other episodes as well at the end of the episode. But before I get into any of that, I'm recording this episode on the 20th of February, 2026. If you're listening to this episode on audio, it will be releasing in April 2026, which means that as of time of this release, the podcast is now down to 3 episodes a week. I think the episodes will be releasing on a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Thursday, but please keep your eye out on the Podcast X page because the audio episodes automatically release there and you can see when an episode is released. But yeah, kind of one of the things with be recording now 6-7 weeks in advance is that I've got to remember that when I'm recording this, when it's released. But yeah, there has been I have recorded loads of episodes over the last few days. Actually, not the few days, this week, because I was in work the last couple of days. But anyway, we're going to start off by looking at the Dalek 31, which was released in September 2025, with the following synopsis. A new Dalek master plan threatens the galaxy. A deadly alliance is building. Can Bernice Summerfield save us? As with a Bernice Summerfield, the Eternity Club, which if you listened on audio, was the last episode that was released. Has 2 episodes like the Eternity Club did. In each set, and we start off with The Lowly Bomb, written by James Goss. The Daleks have invaded the Eternity Club. Fleeing from the Dalek fleet in a retired TARDIS, Bernice Summerfield finds herself trying to prevent the Daleks getting their hands on the biggest weapons store in the galaxy. We then have Sir Trap, written by Felicia Barker. The Eternity Club's under Dalek occupation is one of the members working against them. Secretary Pym must uncover the saboteur or be exterminated. This release was recorded on the 16th of December 2024, so about 9 months before it was released. And stars Lisa Bowerman as Bernice Summerfield, Nicholas Briggs as the Daleks, Neve Kumzak as the oldest, as well as Simon Kane as 312, Leunda Unti Lewis Niemo as Grisella, and Adrian Lucas as Secretary Pym. Before I spoil the events of the Dalek Eternity 1, here's the trailer.
This is the beginning of the new Dalek Master Plan!
From Big Finish Productions, Bernice Summerfield, The Dalek Eternity 1.
The Johannes Arsenal is the most formidable repository of weapons in the galaxy. The Daleks are preparing to fight a great war. They want access to my weapons.
Hello? Oh, they're all dead, aren't they?
The Daleks are coming.
Oh, and today was great and so.
Destroy!
No matter how fast you run, everyone ends up against a wall facing a Dalek that doesn't care.
We're coming for the Daleks.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
The professor thinks you're the most dangerous being in the universe, but I have to answer to a Dalek, and I am not playing games.
You're not? And I suppose I win by default.
That was the trailer for the Dalek Eternity 1, which obviously begins the Dalek Eternity, which forms the new adventures of Bernice Summerfield volume/series/season 9, depending upon which word you want to use. So as I said, we start off with The Lowly Bomb by James Goss, which kind of reintroduces the Daleks and kind of carries on from the end of the Eternity Club 4, which released in December 2024, kind of around the time this episode was recorded, actually. But yeah, kind of from what I remember, only a couple of months ago this was released, so not too bad. It's not like years and some of the previous releases and probably future ones as well. Yeah, it's a really good opener. It kind of introduces introduces me, reintroduces the Bernice's feelings towards the Daleks, because obviously she's met them previously. We're meant to understand. And obviously, if you've Doctor Who fan in any capacity, you probably have an idea of who the Daleks are and kind of, but not only Bernice's opinions on the Daleks, but all of the members of the Eternity Club, which kind of does spoil several bits, several of the Dalek Eternity releases, but kind of it ends up kind of throughout the series we learn how each member of the Eternity Club, who we met in the Eternity Club series that released at the back end of 2024, what that looked like and how they feel. So now let's move on to Dalek Eternity 2, which was released in October 2025, with the following synopsis. It's got the same box set synopsis as the Dalek Eternity 1, but here are the two episodes. So we start off with The Winner's Tale, written by Alex Hewitt. Can a Sontaran and a Draconian stop an endless war? And can Bernice Summerfield find the last survivor of Dalek invasion? We then have Oversoul, written by Melissa Fee Olsen. Bernice arrives on an idyllic world of crystal seas and floating palaces. She has a terrible warning. The Daleks are coming. Will their god believe her? We then have... This episode was recorded on the 17th of December 2024, and stars Lisa Barrowman as Bernie Summerfield, Nicholas Briggs as the Dalek, Simon Cade as 312, Shay Masterson as Altazar, and Dan Starkey as Star. So before I spoil the new adventures of Bernie Summerfield, Volume 9, The Dalek Eternity 2, here's the trailer.
From Big Finish Productions, Bernice Summerfield, The Dalek Eternity 2.
My name's Bernice Summerfield, and I'm wondering if you're the reason I'm here.
The Daleks are building a new alliance. They've a weapon, one so terrible that other races will join the Daleks rather than see it used on them. And the more races that join, the more powerful that weapon becomes. They turn war into a plague, and there's no way of stopping it.
Listen, this world is marked. A race is coming and their intentions are hostile. I'm here to warn you about them.
Tell me, this terrible race that is coming to destroy our world, they have a name?
You killed everything I loved.
Love.
An alien concept. No Dalek has ever loved.
Then, do you fear the Daleks? This planet's end approaches. Remind the population to fear us. Teach them what Dalek means.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Go on. Say it. The Daleks are wrong and you love this world.
That was the trailer for the Dalek Eternity 2, and yeah, this is where it kind of ramps up, obviously following on from the Dalek Eternity 1. It is kind of helpful that they release back-to-back months. That does also happen for a few other releases and ranges that I'm going to talk about in future episodes. Actually, I think in the next one as well. The next episode I'm going to record, which if you're listening to the episode will release next. Obviously, if you're watching the episodes, the order kind of isn't necessarily the same. But yeah, kind of at the end of that trailer, we heard Bernice's kind of hatred and anger towards the Daleks, rightfully so. But kind of that she has never understood the Daleks really, because they don't have any emotions, they don't believe in them, they kind of, they do, kind of the only emotion they have is anger, they don't have any positive emotions, as Bernice in the trailer. And I think kind of, I can't remember, I think it is within this release that basically we see what would happen if Bernice met a Dalek that turned good, and what that would cause. And I think that's more with Oversoul, but the Winner's Tale is basically the idea of Stahl and Altazar. So Stahl's the Sontaran and Altazar is the Draconian, two war-loving races. What would happen if they were each in charge of one side of a war, what would happen. And kind of it has disastrous consequences. Obviously, spoilers for this episode, but yeah, that what happens is that it kind of, by them interfering, it has made the casualties a lot higher than they would have been otherwise. So let's now move up to the third instalment, which of course is titled The Dalek Eternity 3, which was released in November 2025 and has the following synopsis. We start off with Quisling by Sophia McDougall. The Daleks are hollowing out a world. The remaining rebels are exhausted and demotivated. Can Bernice Summerfield convince their leader of a way to win? We then also have We Don't Talk About Maverick Chen, written by Tim Foley. Every Dalek master plan needs a figurehead. Who better than the nephew of Maverick Chen, the greatest traitor in the galaxy? Someone has to break the news to Sydney. This episode was recorded on the 18th of December 2024 and stars Lisa Bowerman as Bernice Summerfield, Nicholas Briggs as the Daleks, Neve Kuzak as the oldest, as well as Leander Unity Lewis Nio as Grisella. So before I do spoil the events of the Dalek Eternity 3, here's the trailer.
Bernice, I would like to murder some Daleks.
From Big Finish Productions, Bernice Summerfield, The Dalek Eternity 3.
Excruciate.
I came here to stop you. I didn't just fail. I helped you.
People of Hulk, we have fought bravely, but we have fought for long enough. The time has come to accept our place as valued allies of the Daleks.
Surrender? Never! I've travelled a long, long way to meet you, Sydney Chen. You're about to ally yourself with the Daleks, and I'm here to stop you. The Daleks are landing right outside, and they're coming for you.
Operate pyro flames. We obey.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
They seek the heir to their most famous ally,
Stop it!
the traitor of the solar system, the great Maverick Chen. Not the reaction I was expecting.
That was the trailer for the Dalek Eternity 3. So Quisling kind of, I think these two episodes, from what I remember, obviously only released 3 months ago, so I shouldn't really remember a lot more, but obviously with audio it kind of, you have to concentrate a bit more. So Quisling by Sophia McDougall basically kind of is Bernie's trying to convince some people to keep fighting and not giving up and not give the world to the Daleks. Basically, so it's a rebellious story. Whereas We Don't Talk About Maverick Chen, which is the one that actually I do remember more about, is kind of Bernice trying to tells this person, Sydney Chen, kind of who his father was, and it was a traitor. But then Sydney kind of betrays Bernice a little bit and kind of knew this all along and kind of. But it's a bit self-centered, putting it lightly, and kind of blames his family for how he is, which obviously some of that is true, but not all of it. He doesn't take accountability as he should. So yeah, that's it. But now let's move on to the final instalment of the Dalek Eternity, which is the Dalek Eternity 4, which was released in December 2025 with the following synopsis. We start with Vizier, written by Patrick O'Connor. The true leader of the Daleks have been revealed. A vast army has been unleashed. The Eternity Club has gone missing. Bernie Summerfield is running out of time. We also have Emperor, written by Ash Darby. The galaxy is burning. Civilizations are falling, and the Dalek army grows. In a cell deep inside Dalek Command, a woman waits for her execution. This episode was recorded on the 18th of December 2024. And it stars Lisa Bowerman as Bernie Summerfield, Nicholas Briggs as the Daleks, Neve Kuzak as the oldest, Simon Kane as 312, Luanda Uten Lewis Niao as Grisella, Adrian Lucas as Secretary Pym, Shai Mattison as Altazar, and Dan Stark as Styles. So before I do spoil the finale of the Dalek Eternity, the Dalek Eternity 4, here's the trailer.
From Big Finish Productions, Bernice Summerfield, The Dalek Eternity 4.
I am the oldest, the last survivor of my universe. Was I its doctor or its master? I can't remember. And even if I could, I wouldn't tell you. But here I am, at the head of the mightiest Dalek alliance ever assembled. A fleet sweeping through the stars. Merciless, unstoppable, fun. Creation is finally going to learn the meaning of the word exterminate.
Bernice, I hereby task you with saving the universe from the Daleks.
What?
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Total planetary obliteration! We are unstoppable!
The rest of you, any more questions about the master plan? Lovely. Let's go conquer the universe.
That was the trailer for the Dalek 24, and because it was the most recent Bernice Summerfield release, I do remember quite a lot about it, and kind of throughout these two episodes, we learn that the oldest is the reason why, and the person behind convincing the Daleks to attack the Eternity Club and then try and conquer the universe again. As they always do, that seems to be their only purpose is to conquer. Yeah, because they want the entire universe to be Dalek and nothing else, which obviously isn't the way the universe works, even the Doctor Who universe. But yeah, kind of it kind of follows Bernice trying to keep fighting, even when it looks like she might be fighting a losing battle. Obviously, this episode featuring all the members of the Eternity Club, so kind of we feature, as I said when I was talking about the cast before I showed you the trailer, the entirety cast of the Eternity Club that we met during the 2024 series of Bernice Summerfield, the Eternity Club series rather, as what it was titled. But yeah, kind of again similar to the Eternity Club, it ends on a huge cliffhanger. The only difference is that I don't know when it's going to get picked up. I would assume probably it will be in a similar format to the Eternity Club and Dalek Eternity, having a mini-series between September and December, but as of time of recording this episode, on the 20th of February 2026, I have none of those answers. We don't know if Bernice Summerfield, the new adventures of Bernice Summerfield is continuing. I assume it probably is, but I don't know as time of recording. When you're watching or listening to this episode, that might have changed. If that is the case, please let me know what you think of that announcement in the comments below. But if not, you'll just have to wait until another episode. But as I teased at the beginning of the episode, yes, this is the end of the new adventures of Bernice Summerfield recaps, but Bernice will be showing up in other ranges very soon in some more episodes. So if you're a Bernice Summerfield fan, there is more from Bernice to come in these Big Finish recaps that will take over the next few weeks and months, most likely. So without further ado, let me know what you thought of the Dalek Eternity if you listened to it. My recap, if you didn't, you can put your thoughts on both of those in the comments below. And if not, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.